Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Let me welcome the community back on today's show, Face the Nation GH. We're beginning with the world news. Tonight, there's going to be a second debate, precisely the last one between Donald J. Trump and Joe Biden. It's going to be via on most cable around 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, and 5 p.m. I believe this time around they are going to focus on defense. They're going to focus so much on the U.S. foreign policy, and the COVID also is going to be a major issue. So let's watch out tonight for this. I mean, it's a debate that is also going to conclude the mindset of most people. One, these were some of the reactions coming up during the first debate, right? They saw that most Americans started migrating to Canada with a mere notion said they were so disappointed by the two leaders based on their performance our first debate, I mean, these are some of the things that affect you. That was the reason to be give you more travel to different countries, So a lot of people were even suggesting that there shouldn't even be any debate. But we know the relevance of debate in any democratic selection or processes. Tonight we are going to see it precisely for the last time. We're gonna see Donald Trump coming out so strong. And we're gonna see Joe Biden also coming out very strong on the part of the Democratic Party and Trump on the part of the Republican Party. So let's watch out tonight. Then let me also continue with the odd. See, with this COVID situation, in as much as a lot of people think COVID now, we've seen the first wave of it. One thing I can say is it's not actually gone, not at all. It is not gone. I mean, I don't mean to, I don't mean to share bad news. It's likely they're gonna shut the country again after the elections, after the November elections around December there. So let's be very mindful in our planning because we are likely to see the second wave. When they are started happening in Europe. Most of the European countries, almost started another shutdown. We've seen it coming in England, precisely in Britain. We've also seen some severe cases also being reported in Israel. I think state of Massachusetts, the state that we live in right now, numbers say up. Yes. One thing I better encourage you beyond is that we should be very mindful because just recently, as I believe 2 days ago, this came from WCVB 5. 827 new COVID cases confirmed in the state of Massachusetts. 15 additional dead, so it means it's not just gone. It is still there, so we just have to be very careful. And I'm gonna list some of the areas I'm very prone. I'll mention Almighty Worcester. So I think a lot of Ghanaians living in that area now they should be very careful. What I can say to me, amongst all the measures, I believe that the social distancing is the most important thing. I don't mean to saline or single a particular group. I may address your issue. About a month ago, me call program or Ghanaian community. I think what I saw was very appalling. And I think the conduct of some of the people there were very reckless. From observation, about 80% of Ghanaians are mihu omo. Let's say 70% were not wearing the mask. Yeah, I was at the program. The gentleman I know hosted program no, who provided almost with all this PPP. So I provided almost with mask, new mask, it go almost share, or more hand sanitizers. They don't care. About 70% were not wearing. The remaining 30, 50% of the 30, I'm watching at home about just oh, I'm saying mom are very uncomfortable because I cry monte. Now the remaining half of the 30, I know because I be so I asked them, I mean, say be uncomfortable now, will be protecting your life. You know, which one is more important? Some of them even have the perception or the notion, say, even COVID, no excuse me to say, and ebi before. To me, it's a falsehood. It's a false information. It's a false knowledge. Don't fall for that. So we just bet you'll be a victim. Let us be very careful because obia bit me a victim with what is happening. And the idea unya, I mean unya, there is no guarantee. Go be recover from it because as it stands right now, no vaccine it hasn't been approved. I know say Russia has come out with a vaccine, even the Americans, also Florida, there's a research institute almost a vaccine. But the federal government hasn't accepted it yet. And as much as people have their local recipe, it hasn't been proved. So let's be very mindful. That's all what I can say about this. And ultimately, what I can say is that we should listen to our governors because they are well informed. Now, another trending issue so recently, so between Russia and United States, this debate has been there for a very long time since USA pulled out of the nuclear deal. No? Close to the election, the issue has come up or is coming up again. It's going. I mean, the deal is actually coming to expire, so they need an extension. So U.S. delegations are meeting up with the Russian delegations. Almost discuss. I mean, they just want to free the world, not necessarily from nuclear arms, but at least minimizing the quantity of it. So, so it came up. I think this guy has done a yeoman's job. I am commending on Colin Park. Let's see, the U.S. rebuffed Putin bid to extend the nuclear arms pact for a year. At least one person was extending it for a year, so that they can get China back on the table. What the argument China is putting up on is here, both the Americans and the Russians, it was so much nukes to sell. They have like a couple of hundreds. They have like 300 to 350. And you're talking about against 850 to 890. Russia, a little tens of that of Trump, of that of Americans, if I should put it. So Russia believes China believes almost the end also so much say you better get you involved with this. But you see, as at the time so almost signed that treaty, China wasn't that time China wasn't a nuclear power. So right now the Americans believe that China has become a nuclear power and they believe that they should join China. That is the call of the Americans. So let's see how that one also plays out. So the good news that came out during their negotiation, I know Russia has been acting tough, but it shows so much concern where the nukes are concerned. So this is the Russia's response. They say Russia is ready to freeze nuclear warheads in exchange for new START extension. To me, it's a very great news. You see, somehow Russia has always been extending both arms to its allies in Europe, including the Americans. The issue with them have to do with trust. That's why Vladimir Putin sometimes he's a bit skeptical or moving on with any foreign policy. Because one time he was even reminding them during the Second World War, so this is where the countries are almost joining hands to fight the enemies. So he doesn't see why is it today they can't come together and almost solve the world problem or the world challenges. And you see, it's about time some of the Western countries also see Russia as a giant or as a powerful force. So now another trending issue between China and United States. US has warned Taiwan to be very careful with China. It's likely China is planning to invade Taiwan, in which United States is in their aid. The Soma is changing, not safe crossfire, but US is beefing up security there. China is also beefing up security there. So that is also another pending issue. Then the Americans and the Iran. I mean, this thing has been there for the past. It's been there. Whilst Israel is there, it will forever be there. You see, people thought that the United States didn't see Iran as a threat, but a manageable risk. But right now, the Iranians are boosting their missiles. Therefore, it raises so much concern to the Americans. A couple of months ago, see who we are. That was true cyber attack. Some of us even believe that they allege that it's likely to have come from Israel. Bombay almost about 2 or 3 sites, which is not good at all. I mean, to them, it's more or less like a preemptive actions. So I saw Savio Lavio, which is the Russian foreign minister, just yesterday. OUN said they have to ease the tension on the Gulf because at least a bit may trigger for war. Another interesting story. The governor of Texas has urged social workers that now they can turn away LGBT and, and disabled clients. So for lesbians, gay, bisexual, transgender, and disabled clients, he's telling them social workers better attending their service when it comes to such people. In a way, it's a bit discriminatory here, but let's see how. I mean, that's more like the state in exercising the powers. And I also see this as a great judgment, not only to the affected clients, but to the entire world or United States as a case study. Seeing at time Trump issued stimulus package, our will be a check of 1,200 now. The IRS denied people that were incarcerated, precisely prisoners, or prisoners need because they thought that they almost lose our rights, So there was a class action against the IRS. And now the federal judge has ruled against the Treasury and IRS. Say incarcerated people still are entitled. So more prisons, so I'm entitled for that package now. That note, a bit ended the section on the world news. The second segment, we're going to talk about trending issues in Ghana and rebuilding Ghana. With today's trending issues, there are a lot of issues gone. But under the trending issues, rebuilding Ghana, we'll focus on the Electoral Commission of Ghana. So that's going to be the second segment. Very soon we'll get that to you. On this note, I encourage each and everyone say you follow the protocols for the COVID-19. It's not gone. And more importantly, we should listen to our governors. Let's wear the face mask. Let's wash our hands frequently as we can. And collectively, let us fight against the COVID. And I encourage everybody to stay safe,